we can use the AI and the robots to make things even more efficient.
So in that sense, I think we can offer a broad variety of opportunities for people to develop with different skills.
Beer left with our transporter didn't reach its destination.
Welcome to our corporate podcast, where we explore passion, work, and what drives us. Meet our team, their success stories, and what sets us apart. Get ready for inspiring stories and valuable insights. Let's dive in. Meet Claudia and Gustavo, today's episode guests.
Hi Claudia, hi Gustavo.
Hello, Adrian.
Hello,
Welcome
Adrian.
to our bar for some unfiltered talks. What can I get you to drink? Would you like a Heineken Zero or some
Ladies
water?
first.
Definitely a Heineken Zero.
A Heineken
For
Zero?
me as well, please.
Okay. So you kick off and I'll get you some beer.
How about we were discussing earlier about moving the beer around for everybody to understand what is happening behind the scene. From the moment that beer that we are drinking right now arrives here at this bar, yeah?
Well, there's many people and activities involved, and I'll try to make a quick summary. Beer is produced at our breweries. Those are located in several of the countries where we operate in Europe. And once it's produced and stored, we are ready to accept customer orders. So the customers place their needs on when, where, what beer they require to fulfill the consumers around Europe. So what we do is we collect all those needs from the customers on what beer needs to be transported from where to where, and we organize that transportation. That starts with making a proper plan, putting those requirements into the most efficient trucks possible, routing those trucks, and then asking logistics service providers around the different countries to execute those loads for us.
And what does it mean efficient when you talk about trucks?
Very good. So, of course, we want to be on time. It's important that our beer reaches the destination of time, but we want to do it in as cheap as possible way, sustainable as possible way. So this is, on one hand, it is about saving money. I'll be open on that. But also, if we do it, efficient transportation means fewer trucks on the road, fewer emissions. So that's what we aim as well, and make us very proud to work on this.
Natural.
And you want me to finish the follow-up, the monitoring, reacting, or you do that?
Monitoring.
The ones we plan it, I can tell you, planning the transportation and having a good idea of how to execute it is one thing, but as you know very well,
It's
that's not
the
where the
easy
process.
part.
That's not where the process finishes.
Yes,
Right?
that's the easy part. The most complex part, it comes when things are not going as we plan. And things are happening during the day on the road. Traffic jams from transport carriers being damaged. And we still need to deliver on time. Otherwise, this beer will not be here today with us. So it's a very important task that we have to do from the moment that these trucks leave the breweries until the truck with our goods arrives at destination.
So would you compare yourselves to some other organized function in real life or in life outside Heineken?
The easiest way to describe it would be a control tower. The analogy of a control tower in an airport. So we have, from where we sit here with our team in Kraków, we have the ability, the systems, the data to oversee all the transportation movements in Europe and take decisions, sometimes tactically, sometimes real time, reacting like Claudia says when there are some unforeseen events, but like a control tower does, orchestrating everything and making sure that it happens in the best possible way, efficient, timely, sustainably.
So it's not that you can find everything like that in the textbook and predict it. What skills do you need to have to be in transportation management?
I think you need to be a very quick decision-making person, and soft skills are very important, analytical skills as well. We are talking about control tower. Imagine all these guys working in a control tower in an airport, yeah? All the skills that they need to have. You need to react quick sometimes. You need to be present. Things might happen in 20 minutes.
Okay, and soft skills?
Communication is very important because our colleagues are discussing on daily basis from people in our breweries, warehouse, to top management in our offices across Europe. And also with third-party stakeholders like truck drivers or carrier companies, transportation companies outside Heineken.
Next to the flexibility in terms of communication skills and level of the discussion you need to have, or our team needs to have, it's very important to close as much as we can the distance gap we have. So there's a cultural and a distance gap that we need to acknowledge. We sit in Kraków. We work with people across Europe. The trucks obviously run in the local markets where beer is transported. So we need to make the entire organization feel that this team is supporting and as close as possible, despite those distances. So and that requires something you cannot read in a book very easily. That requires a lot of soft skills. From
indeed.
From our team, which I'm very proud to say we have.
Yeah.
So far, the feedback we are getting from our stakeholders in the countries is very positive, with that point in particular being highlighted. The good attitude and communication that the team from Kraków puts forward.
Yeah, and this all seems like it's filled with adrenaline. I mean, everything is happening, or a lot of things are happening at the same moment. How do you cope with this adrenaline rush? How do you resist stress?
I think you really need to like this job, to be honest, because indeed it's every day is different. Tasks are mainly the same, but anything can happen during the day, and you need to know and learn how to react in these circumstances. That's. And I think that indeed, maybe it's stressful for some people, but this adrenaline is enjoyable for other people. So you really need to like supply chain in general, because supply chain is challenging in all his areas.
Can you remember any particular stressful situations or some situations where this was at stake, our beer was at stake?
Yeah. We faced this, especially at the beginning of Go Live with France. We had very stressful situations because beer left with our transporter didn't reach its destination, and we were very stressed that the customer didn't get what they expected to receive. So.
But eventually everything went fine.
Eventually everything looks nice and it's good right now, and I can tell that we have days in a row with 100% deliveries, which it means a lot.
And perhaps typically for supply chain, our job is to make sure things happen, and things happen as much as possible unnoticed. So for many of us, and certainly for our team, resilience and getting a reward from doing a good job is very important. However, when we turn around certain situations, when we have we do have things to celebrate, and we do what we can to celebrate as well. So
when we managed to break through with France, I give this example because it's most handy for us. It's very fresh. We went all out for pizza and beers, and it was so good for the entire team, for us, just to celebrate the moment. We organize quizzes, so I think it's a good mix in the team, and they are enjoying to work with each other, and this is very important that they are so united and supportive to each other.
Okay. Is there anything that you feel you're different from other departments in Heineken, apart from this adrenaline thing?
Maybe not different, because each department has his own challenges. I know that. I'm the best example of that, coming from finance before supply chain. You have adrenaline there, especially in closing, in finance, if we are making a comparison with finance. But different is that we are we have to react fast, very fast. And we need to be present, which means that if you skip one day, in one day a lot of things can happen. We have a couple of thousands of shipments in one day, across Europe. So,
if I may add, perhaps not exclusive to our team in Kraków, my background is coming from operations in different countries in Heineken. And one thing I see as quite special about our team and Heineken Kraków in general is how many of the processes are new, people are young, energetic, looking forward to improve. So there's a lot of energy and a lot of can-do mentality, which it's very inspiring to see, to work with. And I insist, that's also the feedback we get from our counterparts at the operating companies.
That's
that
true.
people here are really willing, open, and with a very positive energy to face challenges or simply to improve.
To improve, yeah, that's true.
That's very
Indeed.
remarkable.
Okay. So you stay focused, you stay connected, you celebrate successes. How many people are on your team? How many people are in total?
Supply chain is the newest function within Heineken Kraków. And at this moment, we are slightly over 80 people working here in Kraków for supply chain. Out of those 80 plus colleagues, we are 60 doing transportation management. The transport management hub consists of 60 people. That's the size of our team now.
Yeah, you mentioned it's a new function, but definitely there are some plans. What are the next steps? What's the future of transportation management in Kraków?
The future of there are many ways to answer that question. At this moment, our main priority as next steps is to conclude the coverage of all Europe. We are planning at this moment 5 countries. We are about to extend that in the next few months to another 8 countries, and the ambition is by the end of 2024, so by the end of next year, to have the complete coverage over Europe. So at this moment, stabilizing and gaining that scale is our number one priority.
You mentioned control tower, or reference to control tower. It's usually spiked with some technology because it's not enough to use a radio or a phone call to get in touch with everybody. What technology do you use?
Absolutely. One of the objectives behind what we are doing, which is building this this team of experts located centrally at Heineken Kraków, is to couple that with state-of-the-art technology. So we are using, at this moment, Oracle Transportation Management. That's our core tool, but not the only one. We have a suite of tools, all of them state-of-the-art, that we are implementing and deploying with the aim of taking the transportation planning to the next level. This is more often than not. These are, there is a transportation capacity shortage. We were talking about the need to be on time, the need to be cost efficient, the need to be sustainable. All that very soon lands in quite a complex problem that you need to solve with mathematical optimizers. That's the type of innovation that we are implementing here, together with the monitoring. Claudia mentioned at some point the monitoring of execution, how trucks really run in those countries. Technology can also help there, and that's what we are deploying.
And other tools like Transporion as well. I mean, we are using a few high-tech tools right now with the aim of improvement.
So that's the tools, and there's the people. So you definitely need the people with the right skills. What are those skills? And you've mentioned some of that, but who are you looking for, and are you planning to expand soon?
We are looking for experts in this field with certain tools, certain
knowledge
tools. Of these tools, but also we are looking on a development path for the people that we currently have, and they can optimize. We are looking already at robots in this moment, and see how this optimization that we are talking about can be done, but also how we can use the AI and the robots to make things even more efficient and more precise in the end.
but definitely not replace people. All of
No. Oh, we are so far from that.
So
No.
broadly speaking, I would say definitely we need to couple the technological investments and the innovation we are seeking with capable people. But capable here or talented people, meaning, partly like Claudia is saying, there are some opportunities for those who seek more the contact, the soft skills, the adrenaline, also leadership, as there are other teams, both within our team and other teams, where people can grow into leadership positions, as well as more technical skills. There is space for software or mathematical optimization, and with the data analytics, we need that as well. So in that sense, I think we can offer
A very broad
variety of opportunities for people to develop with different skills.
A deep dive, a particular situation that was very problematic.
Okay, imagine that we had during high season situation when a Heineken truck arrived at customer warehouse to unload some goods, and there were several other potential suppliers coming with their trucks, with their goods, and it was a congestion at the warehouse. And our truck driver was waiting for a couple of hours. They are calling us, guys, what are we going to do with these goods? I'm here for a few hours. I need to load to a different location in another 2 hours. What am I going to do? So I need a decision right now. And this is the moment when our planners, which are here in Kraków, imagine that this can happen anywhere in Europe, needs to take a decision. And they have to be present at that moment.
How do you feel about it?
Adrenaline, remember, it's nice. It's nice because you gain these skills as well. At the beginning was more difficult, where to go, who to ask, what to do. But now it's very clear for guys what they need to do, how to react, if they need to redirect the truck to the nearest warehouse, if they need to ask the truck driver to bring the beer back, or we ask them purely just to wait for another couple of hours and we can pay for waiting time.
How did you feel afterwards?
Good. When we manage to solve the situation, you feel really good. You feel this accomplishment that I did it. I managed to do something. So it's really nice feeling.
A reason to be proud.
A reason to be proud, indeed.
Okay. You're both from outside Poland originally. Claudia is from Romania. Gustavo, you're from Argentina.
Correct.
How do you find yourselves in Poland? Do you not miss your homeland? And is there anything that you like or dislike about this country?
You want to go first?
I can say that I'm here for more than 7 years. With Kraków, it was love at first sight for me. I have never visited Poland, in my life before moving here. And I really enjoy it. So here I am, 7 years later, still here. Still like it a lot.
In my case, it's slightly over a year. I arrived to Kraków in, July 2022. So it's now slightly more than a year. And one of the things I also I like the city a lot. It's fantastic if you want to, if you are in a tourist plan and want to sightsee, but also to move around, go by bike. I like to do that. So the city is very convenient. And one thing that to me was surprising that I was not expecting is how friendly people are and supportive. My knowledge of the Polish language is close to zero. And I had to face some situations going to a bank, going to a public office, where I had to do some piece of paperwork that was maybe not straightforward. The other person couldn't speak English fluently. But one way or another, with a bit of patience and ingenuity, we were able to sort out our language gap in a very positive way. That surprised me very nicely.
Okay, a great place to live and a great place to work.
Yes.
That's really great to hear. So I hope you stay long or forever in Kraków and Heineken. Thank you so much for coming along. Thank you so much for joining Unfiltered Talks. And we're looking forward to more information from transportation management, supply chain, how we develop it, Heineken.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
Very much.
Cheers.
Claudia, cheers.
Cheers.
For a good job.
Water for me.
Done.